So overall here, like in the last lecture, we were introduced with the general terms related to energy balance. So there are a number of terms. So we have just discussed those terms as well. At the end of that lecture, I discussed in the second half actually that was related to something called like various terminologies which are various forms of energy. Sorry, not terminologies. There were various forms of energy, and we just discussed their very simple equations and how they are involved. For example, there was kinetic energy, potential energy. If say somewhere there is specific kinetic energy, specific potential energy, then there was internal energy, then heat and work. And I told you that this, energy exchange takes place in all these five forms. So then from here, let's jump towards the general energy balance equation. Today we will just discuss quickly what is the general energy balance as well. For example, you know that there is a general mass balance equation. So this is here general energy balance equation. So how that can be done, somehow we can say simplified, or that can be modified with respect to our systems. And in this lecture, major part is related to energy balance on closed systems. I will go through that equation, that how general balance equation can be modified when you have to use it for closed system. And in closed system, we are going to cover both like steady state and unsteady state system. I will also show you few example along with that the equations, and at the end we will solve one quick problem. I will show you the solution here. We'll discuss that which is related to closed systems and when it is, I think, unsteady state. So after that, hopefully by the end of this lecture, we will start, this energy balance on open system. So there are some terminology that I was talking about to you, that there is calculation of work, there is a flow work, how we have to find that, what is the equation, and what is overall like network, like which includes shaft work, then flow work. So as well, there is, I think, enthalpy, specific, what are called specific like terminology, specific enthalpy, specific internal energy. So how you have to find them, and then I think later on we'll continue with that. So whenever you look at the energy, so as I said that when energy is there, you studied already the different forms of energy. So that energy can be exchanged between the system and surrounding, and this actually follows the law of conservation of energy. So what is that law of conservation of energy? Can anyone know? Like, does anyone, can you tell me what does this mean, law of conservation of energy?
Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, it can be changed into others.
Yes, it can be changed from one form to other form, but it is neither created nor destroyed. This is like law of conservation of energy, and this is similar like mass. But does it apply to the nuclear systems?
No, sir.
No, in nuclear system, you guys know that you can transform energy to the mass or mass to the energy. Due to this reason, the system which you are going to study here, either material balance or energy balance, commonly which we study in these subjects here in chemical engineering, they don't deal with the nuclear system. So kindly remember this definition. It is applied to all those systems where there is no nuclear reaction. Because in case of nuclear reaction, then this is not valid. So overall, we can say this energy law of conservation of energy, that's also like, or we can say it is similar to the first law of thermodynamics. And what does that state? Actually, you can see a lot of definitions of first law of thermodynamics, and one of its definition is like first law of thermodynamics is similar like conservation of energy. I think maybe you have studied the other definitions in that like thermodynamics subject. So here, when I'm going to teach you here energy balance in this subject, so I will define it somehow that like energy getting into the any system, that like rate at which energy is carried into the system, and that energy is carried in the form of kinetic, potential, or internal energy. For example, water is flowing into a tank, so it will be carrying some form of these energies, kinetic, potential, as well as internal energy. So when it is carried out into the system, for example, there is a tank, and tank is my system, water is getting into this tank, so it will carry these form of energy. Like as he said, that energy carried out in these forms by the input stream, as well as like the rate at which energy enters into the heat or in the form of work. in the last lecture I told you, like in all these 5 forms, energy can be transferred to the system or can leave from the system if it is like open system. Here I'm talking about, because when I'm saying something is getting into the system, so in that case in stream is some fluid is coming in, so energy will be carried out in all these 3 forms. Plus, as well as you know that for heat and work there is no need even of some fluid stream. Heat can get in, work can be done either by the system or by the surrounding as well. Heat can get into the system or out of the system even without some material stream. So this is all these 5 terms, like energy carried into the system in all these 5 forms minus the rate at which it leaves in either of these 5 forms. They are equal to each other, or if it is like steady state, otherwise they will be equal to rate of accumulation of energy if it is unsteady state. So simply you can see that this law states that accumulation of energy in any system is equal to total energy getting into the system in any form minus energy leaving out of the system in any form. This is just this general definition. Let's explore it more. So first of all, as before we proceed further, you know, I think, but it's just a reminder that whenever there, as we call open system or closed system, so what does that mean? Something like this already we also discussed in last lecture, that whenever this mass is getting into the system, we call it open system. When mass is not getting or leaving out of the system, you call it like closed system. So based on this, definitely energy balance equation will also change. So for open system as well as for closed system. So how it will change, we'll look at it later. So a batch process. What does batch process mean? We treat it as a closed system. So what does that mean?
मीन्स के सर उसमें फीड डाल दें और फिर उसे बंद कर दें, फिर जब वो हो जाए कंटिन्यूअसली फीड उसमें एंटर नहीं करती.
As its name indicates, it is like a batch. You just put the things somewhere in some equipment. For example, it is a reactor, so you put the stream, reaction takes place, and like after some time you just take away from the system, so it is closed. You just added the feed, you closed it. After that you don't do anything, you place it for 1 hour and then take it. So this is closed system, and closed system batch processes are actually closed system, while other like semi batch or continuous system, they are open. Means something semi batch, it is in between actually batch and continuous. For example, for semi batch, sometime some stream can only get in, it is not leaving at the same time, so only getting into the system, so it is only one-sided, only getting in and it will be accumulated. Or it can be open continuous, like something is getting in as well as going out of the system, so these are called open system. So whenever now you have to apply the energy balance, you have to differentiate them into 2 classes, like open and closed. So as we said that energy is conserved, it is not created or destroyed. So most of the time when you will be dealing here with the system, so energy balance is just energy equation, which we are gonna look at later on. So that's very simplified. So by the way, one thing here, before I will come back to this point, this is energy balance equation, just leave it here at the moment. So this was the equation which you studied for material balance generally. So what was that? Like something we call, what is, by the way, general equation of material balance? I think you remember it very easily.
Accumulation is equals to minus 4.
Input from all streams minus mass out due to all streams plus something generated minus consumption. So what about chemical reaction? When there is no chemical reaction, which of the terms are neglected?
Sir, generation.
Yeah, generation and consumption, these are neglected in non-reacting system, but when there are reactions, then you have to include these two, because generation is production of some chemical and generation is like consumption is whenever some chemical is consumed in any reaction, and this is about material balance. And if you look at accumulation, actually accumulation is something like final material inside the system, like when there is a reactor, when there is any tank, when you vessel. So final material at any time t2 whenever everything is done minus initial material. This is actually just what we can see like accumulation gives you. So that is equal to generally input minus output plus generation minus consumption. So guys, similarly you can write the equation of energy balance. So that energy balance general equation will be like similarly like material balance. So it involves all those terms which are included in the material balance equation, that accumulation of energy within the system, that is equal to, just leave these initial lines, so that is initially equal to same thing, total energy flow into the system, as there was in case of material, total material flow into the system. So here it will be total energy coming into the system minus energy going out of the system plus energy generated inside the system minus energy consumed inside the system. So this is like overall, whenever energy is coming in, it will be accumulated or consumed out, generated or consumption. So what about these generation and consumption terms? Either they will be included when you are dealing with non-reacting energy balance. When I am going to simplify this equation for non-reacting energy balance systems, will the generation and consumption come there, are included?
No, sir.
नहीं आएंगे.
Okay. In the case of what about reaction systems? Okay, by the way, can you tell me whenever reactions takes place, do we need to provide the energy, mean energy consumption or energy generation takes place during reactions?
Yes, sir.
How? Can anyone tell me how we have to, like, we consume or we generate energy during reactions?
So heat in the form of heat.
Okay, but look, do you know what does like endothermic and exothermic reactions mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are endothermic reactions?
सर
सर
हीट
जिसमें
एब्जॉर्ब
हीट
होती है
देते हैं या
Yeah, we have to provide
एब्जॉर्ब
the
होती है या
Heat absorbed.
मतलब इसे
heat is actually absorbed, heat is consumed in those reactions. So this is general equation which is for like energy balance. So in these two last term, generation and consumption, similar like material balance, they are related to reaction system. So if our reaction is endothermic, as you guys are telling me that endothermic are those reactions in which we have to provide the heat. So in order to carry that reaction, you have to provide the heat. Heat will be consumed in those reactions. Do you agree? What about exothermic
Yes, sir.
reactions? What happens in case of exothermic reactions?
सर हीट इवॉल्व होती है.
हीट इवॉल्व होती है इसके अंदर
Yeah, heat evolves during the reaction. So that heat evolves during the reaction. So that is actually heat generated during the reaction here. So that generation, by the way, don't why I'm emphasizing this point, because some of the students get confused that maybe this generation or consumption is something like far like it occurs in nuclear reaction. No, that will even violate this equation, because in this equation we are saying that energy remains conserved, only accumulation is in equal to energy in these four forms: getting in, getting out, generated or consumed. These generation and consumption term are similar like you used in case of material balance, that when you were using material balance on reacting systems, then these terms are included, because there even you can see generation mean any chemical which is produced during the reaction, and any chemical which is lost during the reaction, and from where that is coming from the other reaction. So here in the case of energy, this energy, for example, in exothermic reactions, can you guys tell me that during exothermic reaction, as I might say, as here I'm saying that energy is produced, heat is released, so from where that heat comes? Can does any one of you know? Okay, let me restate this question. Does that heat which is generated, that is generated due to consumption of any chemical, like any mass is consumed and this energy is produced? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
क्या कोई ना कोई
Yes,
रिएक्शन
sir.
तो हुआ होगा ना जिसके
Guys, look, whenever, for example, hydrogen plus oxygen react, and during this reaction, water is produced. Okay, let it make it reverse. Like hydrogen is splitted into water is splitted into H2 plus O2, and you guys know that this is a highly endothermic reaction. You have to provide a lot of heat. So during this, when now you are providing the
yes
heat,
sir yes.
so will it produce, I mean, more hydrogen and oxygen? Will this heat which you are producing, which you are providing, this will be only used to break the bonds. Do you agree with this? That in this case, splitting
सर
of water. Yes.
प्रोडक्ट्स कैसे जितने भी रिएक्टेंट से ज्यादा कैसे हो सकता है प्रोडक्ट
Yeah, good. But this point I want to clarify that your here the thing is like your product is not more than the reactant amount of reactant. The reason is because here energy is only playing the role of breaking the bond or joining the bonds. It is
ये
not
तो
being
obvious
used
बिल्कुल
like to produce something. It is not like violating the law of conservation of energy. So that's I am emphasizing, and that's I think clear to all of you. Like this generation and consumption terms, they are just related to the reaction. When there are the reactions, you know that heat is produced in the exothermic reaction. So in exothermic reactions, actually we take generation terms, heat generated during reaction. And in the case of consumption, mean like this is for endothermic reaction where you have to provide the heat. Now this will come from where? It will be coming from here, something flowing in or out, that will be used from there, from the system, or something which is coming from outside into the system. From those streams it will be used. Understand this point?
yes
But
sir
in
Yes,
this
sir.
chapter, guys, we are gonna only cover first three terms, which is accumulation is equal to total flow, energy flow in minus energy flow out. And I think madam is teaching you like the other part which is related to reaction system, so these two definitely you will be including there. And what about this which is written at the top, like accumulation? What accumulation means? Simply accumulation, you know that accumulation we say what is change overall. So overall change here, final energy minus initial energy of the system at that time. For example, you run some process for 1 hour, so it's mean this initial energy at the time 0, and this final energy is at time 1 hour. So if we want to look at the difference between the energies, like what is the difference between the energies of the system, we will measure their energies at the initial time as well as at the final time, and we will just take their difference, and it will be giving us accumulation. And from where this change will take place? This will take place due to this, like energy getting into the system or leaving out of the system. Based on this, actually energy content of the system change. Clear? Let's look at this and apply this. Okay, but I jumped to this equation from here somewhere, the last line of this slide, that accumulation in energy balance equation, simply for non-reacting systems, in accumulation is equal to input minus output. This I was talking about, like there is no generation and consumption terms. Okay, because in non-reacting system, generation and consumption did not take place, only energy can get in and can go out. So when you have to apply energy balance now on this, by the way, again, this is the general equation. You can just simply write it as accumulation is equal to input minus output. Now let's apply this equation to the various systems. And first system which we are going to start is the closed systems. And I think you already know about this, that what closed system means. Closed system is those system in which there is no flow of mass. So when there is no flow of mass, overall we will write our equation like this: accumulation is equal to input minus output. And as I said, like here he mentioned, he just simplified that equation. This final system energy minus initial system energy, this term is equal to what? Just this term, not on the other side of the equation. This is simple accumulation. Accumulation, we just saw that accumulation was final energy at system time T2 minus initial energy, and that is equal to like input minus output. So he said that net transferred in the system to the system, net energy transferred like in minus out, we same cheese like energy in minus energy out. So when I want to apply this, for example, now for this closed systems, For the closed system, when you are solving this system, there is no material flow stream. So I think I told you in the last lecture that in closed system, energy can transfer in or out of the system in only two forms. Can anyone name those two forms?
Heat and work.
Work.
What about kinetic, potential, and internal energy? What about kinetic, potential, and internal energy? Will they not be involved in closed system?
काइनेटिक और पोटेंशियल तो नहीं होगा, इंटरनल एनर्जी हो सकता
या
है।
वो तो मटेरियल की अपनी एनर्जी है ना, वो
Yeah,
तो नहीं
good.
इसमें आएगी।
Yes, actually, when I taught you that lecture, I told you initially we started with kinetic energy, then potential, and then internal energy. And at that time, I told you that these are three forms of energy which are associated. If we are concerned about that, either energy is coming into the system, then in the form of material, then there will be like kinetic, potential, and internal energy. If there is no material stream entering to any equipment, then there is no kinetic energy, potential, and internal energy. Inlet zero hoga. There will be no inlet when there is no material stream. Inlet in the form of kinetic, potential, and internal. As well, if any stream is not leaving, then it will be not leaving in the form of these three form of energies. Energy in the closed system can enter only in the form of work and heat, because they don't need any material to like for exchange of energy. So here in this system, when we look at that, net energy transfer mean energy in minus out, that will be taking place only in the form of Q and W. Due to this reason, just look at the last line here. I wrote, I will explain other two, that energy transferred to any system, that is only in the form of Q and W. And by the way, why I didn't write here Q in, Q out, W in, W out? This is Q, which is covering overall net. In this Q, we will be including both. For example, if in any system heat enters or leaves, when heat enters to the system, either it is positive or negative.
Positive.
Positive when it is entering to the system, and when it is leave out of the system,
Negative.
negative. And what about work? When work is done on the system,
Positive.
वो
and when it
नेगेटिव
is done by the system, it is negative. Okay, good. So this means either it is, when it is written only Q, but you can accommodate both. If it will be like in, it will be positive Q, otherwise it will be negative Q. Similarly for work. And what about these? This term is for accumulation, actually final energy system minus initial energy system. So whenever there is, even if it is closed system, we are saying it is closed. This will be, for example, any vessel which already contain, for example, water. So if there are the water molecules, will they carry any energy? Yes, they will be carrying, because they will have something kinetic. If it is a place somewhere above the ground, so it will have some potential energy as well, because they have some temperature, so it will have like internal energy also there. So at the same time, also I told you last time that energy is not transferred. It can be transferred in all five forms, but energy can be stored only in form of three energies. And what are those? Like overall, we studied five forms of energy last time. One was kinetic, other was potential, internal, heat, and work. And out of these, I told you in that lecture that energy is stored in only three forms. Other two, it cannot be stored. So does anyone remember?
Sir, internal energy.
Or guys,
Work
okay,
or
look,
heat.
it is now not a work and heat.
या
It is
अल्लाह,
only stored in the form of kinetic, potential, and internal energy. It is only stored in the form of these three type of energies. And it was told to you, yes, last time. Maybe you guys are sleepy, or I don't know what's happening with you. So I told you that heat and work, these two are like either they are state function or fast function. Okay, can you tell me about heat and work?
Path function.
They are path functions, and in the form of path function, it is not stored. It is stored in the form of like these, which are our state functions. So energy is stored in 3 forms wherever it is. Like yes, it can be transferred in all these 5 forms, and out of that, 2 forms don't involve the material, 3 forms involve the material. So you can remember simply that energy, because look now, energy can be transferred in the form of material in 3 forms: kinetic, potential, and internal. So definitely when material is involved, so it's mean energy can be stored in any material in these 3 forms. Understand this? So which are kinetic, potential, and internal energy. Due to this reason, he said initial system energy, so that is the sum of these 3 energies of that system. Maybe any one of these is very ignorable, very small value, but overall we will write all these 3. Similarly, if I want to see that after 1 hour, if any energy was added or lost from this closed system in the form of Q and W, what are my final energy levels? So I will look at that. That is U, K, and potential energy, kinetic, potential, and internal energy. So here it is mentioned like that. What does this I and F? You know, I for initial and F for final state, while U is the internal energy. EK is used for here kinetic energy, and in this book he used just a bit different notation, like instead of KE he is writing EK and EP. So potential energy, whereas Q and W represent like others, which are for example heat and work, and they can be transferred to the system from the surrounding or vice versa. So let's write the equation based on all this stuff. So up to here, what I told you is that for energy balance, when you are applying on the closed system, you will write simply accumulation is equal to energy in minus energy out. And for energy in minus out, I told you that you will have simple form Q plus W, because they cover both. Either Q is net Q, either it is coming in or out, W coming in or out. They both are included. You will just change the sign based on the given question. For this accumulation side, accumulation is actually in the form of some energy. So due to this reason, this is, we don't write just the word accumulation, we write it that it is in the form of energy, and that is not only one form of energy, there are number of form of energies. So we just write all of them. And because this is the change, accumulation, you know, accumulation, what is accumulation? Like in case of material, we say that what is change in the amount of material. Hello, do you agree with this statement? Accumulation, when we say accumulation, what does that mean in case of material? Can you tell me?
क्या क्वेश्चन पूछा आपने?
I'm asking, what does accumulation mean? What does accumulation mean in material balance?
Positive accumulation mean added and negative mean depleted.
Okay, good. So yes, accumulation means overall we can say like change in the amount of material. So here when I'm saying accumulation of energy, what does that mean? Change in the energy of the system. So it's mean I should know what is the final energy, what is initial energy, and energy, I told you that energy is stored in these 3 forms. Due to this reason, I'm taking all these 3, like energy entering in our energy in the form of these 3 forms at the final point minus initial point. If I take their difference, that will be giving me the accumulation. So here this means I can write simply accumulation is equal to energy in minus energy out, and you know energy in minus outside is this, it is only Q plus W. Because this is closed system, you will not involve any energy in the form of kinetic, potential, etc. that we will talk about inshallah in the open system. Then you will see this side of the equation is even modified. But this side, which is for unsteady state system, which is for accumulation, so accumulation is actually UF EKF plus EF minus these their initial states. So what he did here, he combined the same type of energies to simplify this equation, because if we write this final internal energy minus internal energy at initial state, so that can be write as a form of like delta. So final minus initial, here it will become delta U, and this will become delta KE, delta potential energy. So change in internal energy, change in kinetic energy, and change in potential energy. These all 3 are contributing towards like accumulation of energy, that is equal to Q plus W for this system. So As well, you can name all these three, which is for accumulation. If you want to just write journal name, so it is change in energy of contents inside the system. Please, this inside is very important at the moment. Maybe it is not difficult for you, but later when you jump to the open system, and then there will be some confusion. So just remember, as I said, it is closed system. No material can get into the system. Already existing material change in its energy state, mean material which is already existing. So this is change in the energy of the contents of the system which are already inside that system. That is equal to simply Q plus W. So, but in most of the closed system, when you are dealing with them, in most of the cases, by the way, not in every case, but in most of the cases, this change in kinetic and potential energy are even usually negligible. Mean, for example, you are adding the heat to the system or you are working. So what does change mostly is delta U. Out of these delta E terms, because delta E overall energy change consists of these three type of energies, and out of those he is telling us that in most of your closed systems, change in kinetic as well as change in potential energy are usually negligible. So equation will be further simplified, and what will be the then shape of the equation? Anyone?
Delta U is equals to Q plus
Delta U is
W.
equal to Q plus
Delta
W.
U Q plus W.
Yeah, good. Yes, so it is just simplified to delta U is equal to Q plus W, but that depends. Mean overall, I will advise you that whenever you want to solve any problem and that is of closed system, you should write complete equation. That accumulation is equal to like input minus output, and for that this equation which is closed inside box is your complete equation. So that you can write. So that is equal to this stuff. Okay. So by the way, these are maybe seem a bit different equation because one is from your textbook, the bottom one, and above it from the other book, Felder book. So the same thing, you know, that that's change in internal energy plus change in potential plus change in kinetics, so nothing different. But he has more clarified that it is of inside contents of the system which were there, because this is closed system, no material will be coming in or leaving. So all that material which was already there, for example, let's consider a vessel in which there is 100 kg of water and it is closed, and what we do, we start heating it up. So what we are doing here, are we adding the heat to the system or leaving
Yes.
it?
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you are heating,
So
guys, you can
heat
take,
ऐड
for
होगी
example,
अगर वो इंसुलेटेड नहीं है.
yeah, definitely good one. At least I was thinking maybe you will be asking me, sir, what is our system? So our system is here a vessel, and which is
सर
like
अगर वो
container which is connected.
इंसुलेटेड नहीं है तो फिर ऐड होगी, लेकिन अगर इंसुलेटेड है फिर वो नहीं ऐड होगी.
Yes, good. So if even you started heating, so that will be like near perfect insulation. That will be adiabatic. So that's the case. Like in such cases, when you keep on adding the heat, that will be like accumulated in the system. Or maybe, for example, there is something which is at high temperature and it is available in the container, and you place it. For example, it is at 100 degrees C. That container is conductive, and you place it inside the room. So what will happen in that case? Either heat will be lost or added from that container.
They're close to
Heat will be lost because what I'm saying,
Question.
I mentioned the temperature of container as 100 or above 100 degrees C. So I'm placing it at the room temperature, and you know room temperature in our surrounding is mostly maybe 20, 30 like this.
हीट तो
So
फिर लॉस हो कहाँ से,
yeah, good. Heat will
क्योंकि
be lost.
मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर में जाएगा और हीट
Yeah,
क्योंकि
good.
फ्लो
Good.
करती है मैक्सिमम
And
से लो
it will
पर.
good one. So similar happen like for example you place a cup
इक्विलिब्रियम
of
नहीं आ
tea.
जाता तब तक वो हीट ट्रांसफर होता रहेगा.
That's good, Kala. That's good. Yeah. So, mean for example, we have a cup of tea. We place it somewhere. You know that if you don't drink, you keep it there for a long time, it gets cold. The reason is same. Like now, it is even closed system. Tea is not going out of that. You know. Maybe some of you will be thinking there are some evaporation. Yes, just you can ignore that. That some water vapor, you know, is lost from that tea cup. But we can just ignore that because that's very negligible. Overall, we are not transferring tea somewhere, someone is not like drinking it. So if you just place it for some time somewhere where temperature is low, usually at the room temperature is low as compared to cup, so in that case it is even now we can consider it as a closed system, but still heat is lost from this. Yes, but if you are drinking out of this, now it is not closed system, it is like open system. So that's something. Okay. So other guys, did you study somewhere the turbine? What is turbine? Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in case
Yes.
of turbine, so there is a like work done, but there is usually material involved, that is open system. So I will talk about that later on in somewhere when I jump to the open system. So okay, for closed system, because there is no mass flow, so here accumulation. So okay, sorry. Up to here, which I was talking to you is the sorry, I just forgot to mention here. This slide is about steady state. So I should write here energy balance on closed system and steady state, not steady state. Sorry, unsteady
Excuse me,
state.
sir.
Is it unsteady or steady, by the way? We just talked about unsteady state system in which we said that accumulation can take place, like energy content can increase or decrease. So that is
Excuse me, sir.
unsteady. 1 minute, madam. So that is like closed system, unsteady, which I just discussed this all this because in unsteady system you know that accumulation terms evolve or it is involved. So accumulation is equal to input minus output when I started with this from here. So in the next slide I'm going to talk about steady, but okay, go ahead, Huda.
यस सर, हमने स्टीम इंजन्स में जब टर्बाइन पढ़ा है तब वो भी तो क्लोज सिस्टम है स्टीम इंजन्स.
No, the reason is you know in the steam engine steam comes in. स्टीम कहाँ से आई उस इंजन में उसको चलाने के लिए? स्टीम आ रही है ना कहीं से, आपको स्टीम प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ती है एंड स्टीम इज जस्ट देन गोइंग आउट ऑफ दैट लाइक आफ्टर ट्रांसफरिंग इट्स एनर्जी.
नहीं सर, मतलब हम उसे एज अ वर्किंग फ्लूइड ले लेते हैं उसके अंदर, तब वो तो मतलब उसके अंदर ही वो साइक्लिक प्रोसेस में ट्रेवल कर रही है, तो फिर हम उसे क्लोज सिस्टम लेट नहीं करेंगे.
Actually, okay, now the reason is here. You know that okay, if you have studied maybe power cycle, that consists of 4 equipment. So you know that whenever we apply this balance, we consider one unit turbine. I am just talking about the turbine in that system. I'm not talking about the whole system. Yes, that will be another thing which you are telling me, that if you just close all 4 equipment inside the boundary and then you apply the balance, and then that will be something different. But I am talking about only the equipment turbine. So now when I just pick one equipment turbine in that system, you know there will be flow of material inside the turbine.
Yes sir.
Yeah, so in that case that becomes open system, and I have that example in my open system that just came to my mind. So that's open system example, but later on when we reach there you can just talk about this again, clarify it more. Okay, but that is open system because you will be bringing somewhere. And one thing more, let me tell you, you guys studied maybe somewhere thermodynamics, or you studied somewhere else this topic?
Sir, in thermodynamics.
In thermodynamics we studied that cycle, but you know because there you deal few things which are related to only thermodynamic calculation. But you know when you have to generate this steam, from where we generate the steam? We generate it from the water. So we have to provide the water. Now your next question will be like, water remains conserved there, but still you know in the power plants water is lost somewhere inside the equipment. You have to add more water. So that, like, it is not like that initially you fill the boiler with the water and it will stay here for a lifetime. No, you have to make addition of the water with the passage of time. And we have here one equipment related to this in our lab. So when I have to teach you the lab, I will tell you the reason more, clarify. I can talk about that at that time. But you know that is not like closed system. Yes, closed, something is moving. You are taking it closed because that water goes to the turbine, then it is condensed, then pumped, then come back to the boiler. But you know you have to make like always something you have to add with this, because that water is lost somewhere inside the system due to various reasons. I will talk about that later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are few things maybe they will be confusing you, because there is something we call open loop of the water and other is closed loop, but that is not highly closed. Ideally we talk about this in theory, but that is not practically like that thing. 1 minute. Okay, like this now I'm saying about steady state. So when we say steady state, so what does that mean in case of material? not energy. At the moment I'm asking about just what does steady state mean in case of material balance.
मतलब फिर जितना मटेरियल इन हो रहा है उतना ही
accumulation will be
आउटपुट
zero.
Good. Accumulation is zero. Input is equal to output. All these are definition for that steady state. So in case of energy, when you apply this to the energy, the same applies to the energy, that all the energy getting into the system is equal to the energy getting out of the system. There is no accumulation of energy because this is closed system. Now the energy in this system is only transferred in the form of Q and W. Okay, either in the form of heat transfer or the work. So mean when there is no accumulation, so it's mean all the heat, either it is transferred in the form of heat or work, all the energy which is transferred in one form, maybe it will be lost in like both forms or in the one form of Q or Q and W. So overall in these systems, actually when you say steady state, so in the steady state we are saying there is no accumulation of energy. So when there is no accumulation, what about these terms on the left hand side of the equation? Will there be any change in the overall energy? Yeah, good. All are zero because all the heat getting into the system is like going out of the system. By the way, let me tell you, then I will come back to this point again. This is practically not possible. So for example, here all the kinetic energy change will be zero, all the potential energy change will be zero. Internal energy, it's mean when change in all these three components zero, it's mean overall change is zero. So in this steady state system, your equation is simplified. Q plus W is equal to 0. Okay. So this is for closed system steady state. Now look, it's mean if you look at this last equation, Q plus W is equal to 0. For example, I say that heat is added to the system and then it is lost in the form of work. So they should be equal. Is it practically possible? Like all the heat which comes to any system is just totally converted to the work.
नो सर
You guys have studied thermodynamics. Yes, this violates second law of thermodynamics, so that's not possible. So always there is some losses in the other forms, maybe in the friction or so on. A lot of there are examples. So similarly, if you say that okay, I added the energy in the form of work, and now I should recover whole amount of that energy in the form of heat. So this is practically not possible, but just to for your understanding, in case of steady state systems, actually the energy balance will be reduced to this equation, Q plus W is equal to 0. Okay. So this is very simple system which usually we don't come across. Most of the system in our practical life we come across are those which are open system, but at least somehow closed system on steady state, that is also somehow used, so that's important. But this is very simple case in which usually we don't involve, like we don't have in practical life, we don't have much such systems in which like we are not even transferring any material, as well as just it is steady state. So that's it up to here. So let's look at few examples here. I think you remember these. So first of all, there is some system in which you are adding the heat.
सर एक सवाल था.
Yes, go ahead.
सर हम तमाम वर्क को हीट में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं ना? ये तो पॉसिबल है. सर अकॉर्डिंग जो जाउस लॉ है उसमें तो है ये कि हम कर सकते हैं, मतलब ऐसा कुछ था या मेरी करेक्शन कर दूं?
कोई और भी बताए.
सर जो हमने जाउल
जी बोलें.
सर हमने जाउल एक्सपेरिमेंट एक पढ़ा था, उसके अंदर ये था कि वर्क कम्प्लीटली मतलब हीट में ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं.
Okay. Maybe really I am not recalling something like this, but this is practically very tough to convert all the heat to the work or work completely to the work. There will be something maybe in that case, because these are all proposed models, so maybe in that model he considered a lot of, maybe they put restrictions like assumptions, and all those cases definitely we can say. For example, here I told you that I am assuming here that it is not lost and it is completely converted, but this is practically not possible. So maybe like that, because still I am saying here Q plus W is equal to 0. So based on this equation you can say same, like all the heat can be converted to the work. इस equation के मुताबिक तो यही है ना. So I think that should be something similar. Like here we have assumed that like that. So, but I think it's the same thing they are applying. Okay, वो assumptions होंगी based on that. Otherwise, practically you can't convert min as per my understanding.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
Yeah. See.
सर लेकिन जॉन एक्सपेरिमेंट में ये था कि वो क्लोज सिस्टम नहीं था।
आप लोग उसको हाँ 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 बोलो, आप क्या कह रही हो?
सर मैं कह रही थी जो जोन्स एक्सपेरिमेंट था उसमें क्लोज सिस्टम नहीं था वो।
ठीक है, this is another like difference from this. So due to this reason I'm telling you guys, mean I don't recall that system. I mean मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा वो कौन सा सिस्टम की बात कर रहे हो, but as she mentioned one thing and the same things I am mentioning at the same time, that there will be some assumptions, guys, please. So just look at those assumptions and then you will realize that yes, because if something is done like this, then we are violating directly the second law of thermodynamics, which says that always some heat is lost in the surrounding and you can't convert them interchangeably like Q and W. Okay, so just kindly look at that as those assumptions and you can see maybe more details about that. So here for steady state closed system, for example, this is your system in which I think in all of these you can see, for example, we are adding the heat to this system, so all the heat is lost, so lost is in the form of negative. So accumulation, I want to show you here the simplest, that accumulation is 0 in this system. So in all of these system, what is happening, like you are doing, for example, here 5 joule work and it is completely converted to heat. Yes, as per this, for the understanding that what does steady state closed system mean, this is accurate, but and practically they are really difficult to achieve, because these are indicating that it is 100% efficiency for all of these systems, which is practically not possible. Okay. So for what about these systems? Can anyone explain how they are unsteady? Tala, are you here? Hello.
Yes sir.
Just
ये जो
explain this
पहला
slide.
सिस्टम है इसमें हम लोग हीट कर रहे हैं
We are adding
और
the heat of 10
हीट कर रहे हैं,
kilojoule.
लेकिन इसमें हीट यस और वहां से हीट इवॉल्व भी हो रही है 2 किलो जूल।
So but overall 10 is entering and 2 is leaving. It's mean will there be any change in the heat content of the system, and your system is here water closed inside this vessel.
तो जब हम लोग 10 किलो जूल देंगे तो उसकी एनर्जी थोड़ी सी तो ज्यादा होगी, लेकिन जब उसमें से हीट 2 किलो जूल निकल गया तो उसके पास जो रिमेनिंग एनर्जी बचेगी वो 8 किलो जूल बचेगी।
Yes, net energy. And can anyone tell me, except this guy, that either it will be stored in the form of heat or work? Stored mean 8 kilojoule. In which form it will be stored here?
सर वो हीट ऑफ वर्क में तो स्टोर हो ही नहीं सकती।
Okay, then it will be stored either in the form of kinetic potential or internal energy. It will be changing the kinetic potential or internal energy content of the system. Okay, and that system is water. Okay, good. In the next case, what is happening? B case. Tala, go ahead.
इसके अंदर हम लोग कंप्रेस कर रहे हैं गैस, मतलब हम लोग वर्क कर रहे हैं क्योंकि ये एक क्लोज सिस्टम है और उसके ऊपर वर्क किया जा रहा है 5 किलो जूल का, उसके साथ हम लोग मतलब कंप्रेस कर रहे हैं और जब हम लोग कंप्रेशन करते हैं तो जो मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, चाहे वो अग्नि है चाहे वो गैस है, तो उसके मॉलिक्यूल्स जो दूर दूर होते हैं वो लोग करीब आ जाते हैं, और जब हम लोग इसमें आ रहा है 5 किलो जूल का।
So is there any loss of heat? No. Or any like work done by the system?
क्योंकि सिर्फ हम लोग उसके ऊपर वर्क कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा कंप्रेस कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर, ना कोई इसके अंदर से हीट इवॉल्व हो रही है और ना उसमें कोई।
What about last system? What about last system? Can anyone else explain this? What about last system? I mean third one. like we are doing electric work, we are just converting electric energy to the heat here in this system, but we are just not removing it in the form of work or heat because it is closed system. So all these three will be absent: kinetic, potential, internal energy. Only it can be lost in the form of work or heat, and this is adiabatic as well. There is no work being done by the system, so it will also be stored here. So these are just few examples to give you idea about unsteady state system, that how energy is stored. So can you solve this problem, please? Okay guys, one thing, I was just quickly searching for the Joule experiment which you were talking about. Let me go back to that point because that was confusing, creating some confusion. You know, what does that law says? That all work is converted to the heat. So are you considering there are some frictions? Huda and I think roll number 7
insulated सिलेंडर है, वर्क की चेंजिंग आई है.
आप वेट करो ना, वो जो लोग उस पर बात कर रहे थे, मिस हुदा और आई थिंक रोल नंबर 17 स्टार्टेड दैट डिस्कशन.
यस सर हम जब एंट्रोपी के बारे में पढ़े थे ना, तब हमने से एक दफ़ा रिवाइज की थी इस बात को कि जो वर्क है वो हीट में मुकम्मल तौर पे कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. इस बात का प्रूफ हमें जॉल एक्सपेरिमेंट से मिलता है, क्योंकि जॉल एक्सपेरिमेंट में उसने बेसिकली एक जार लिया था, उसके अंदर वाटर लिया था और उसे इंसुलेट कर दिया था, और फिर उसके अंदर स्टेरर डाला था, मतलब स्टिर किया था उसको, और जो टेम्परेचर राइज शो हुआ था हमें, तो इससे हमने कहा था कि जो वर्क है वो हीट में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है. तो ये वहाँ पे बात की गई थी.
लेकिन ना उधर एक चीज मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि आप लोगों ने कोई कैलकुलेशन की और 100% आंसर निकाला उसका?
नहीं सर, वो कोई कैलकुलेशन नहीं थी, वो हमने सिर्फ एक बेसिक बात पढ़ी थी.
ओके ओके गुड, जस्ट पढ़ा था तो फिर वही मैं जिस तरह आपको कह रहा था कि मीन ऑलवेज इस तरह का कोई भी सिस्टम है दैट्स लाइक सिंपली नॉट डायरेक्टली mean because I was thinking maybe you performed some experiment and you did some calculation. If you look at the diagram, you guys can later on Google it and you will see that when you are using this system, at the same time there is like some stirrer with the help of you are stirring it, and actually that you are saying that work is being converted to the heat, because for example you just stirred something with the water, so water with some impeller or something like this, so after some time its temperature will start rising, because yes, that in a work is being converted to the heat now. But that is not 100% conversion which I was talking about. This, like in case of that, you are ignoring many things. You are not considering the friction of that like rope, something with which it is connected to the pulley from where you are just moving it or just rotating it. So all those things are actually you are ignoring. So what you are saying that like here, for example, I am moving that pulley with the whole help of some motor which is working, which is being run with the electricity. So some electric work which is being converted to the mechanical work, and then that mechanical work is being transferred to the heat. It will not be like 100% when you do the calculation. Yes, its assumptions are, they say all is converted, but why? Because they are considering that all other things, transfer of energy from like electric to first mechanical, that they are considering it as 100%. As well later when there are some frictions taking place between that something belt or thread which is connected to the pulley and that system. You guys can Google its image, maybe if you didn't see this system, or if you have already seen, so you are hopefully understanding these words which I am talking about. So in that case, actually the reason is because he is considering a lot of things, he is ignoring, and he is telling you, okay, this is the just reason for behind that. But practically, definitely that's also not possible. If you will do the experiment, you do all the calculation, you will see there that some of the work was lost somewhere in between. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we have some experiment here in even our thermodynamics lab that is quite similar to this, not exactly this one, but quite similar to this, and we will do these such kind of calculation, and then hopefully I will tell you that experiment because we can perform easily. So you guys will see that all the work which you were doing were not used, some of that was lost in the form of friction, and we accommodate that, then you will see that same thing here. That's also, I think, somehow application of Joule's law which you were just talking about, Joule experiments. Okay, so this is something which they ignore, or in his postulates he didn't include. So okay, let's look at this. A gas is contained in a cylinder fitted with a movable piston. Like at the bottom of this, you can see that there is a cylinder and it contains some piston. The initial gas temperature is 25 degrees C. Initially, its temperature is 25. So the cylinder is placed in the boiling water. You just take this cylinder which was at 25 degrees C containing the gas and movable piston, and you place it in boiling water. So what will be temperature of boiling water here? Journal.
Sir, 100
degrees.
100 degrees C, it should be like 100 degrees C, because although you are, I think at that stage you should ask me what is the pressure, but we can consider here like it is ambient pressure, so in that case it will be like 100 degrees C. Okay, so in the boiling water, when you place something which is at 25 degrees C and place it in somewhere where there is 100 degrees C, so what will happen? Will there be any heat transfer?
Yes, sir.
Definitely it will be. So when something is at 100 degrees C, so heat will start transferring to this, yes. So what he said, that you place it in the boiling water with the piston held in the fixed position. So what happens when you will start adding heat to this, gas molecule will get that energy and they will start expanding because their movement will increase. You know that kinetic energy is, sorry, this temperature is average kinetic energy of all the molecules. So when you are heating them up, their kinetic energy will increase. So they will start pushing this, which is movable piston. So what we did here, we don't allow that push. We just fix it at one position. So in that case, then what happens? Their temperature will start rising, and heat in the amount of 2 kilocalories is transferred to the gas, which equilibrates at 100 degrees C and a higher pressure. So overall, when you fix it at that position, its gas molecule temperature and pressure will keep on rising because their volume you have fixed now. The piston is then released. Okay, next up to hit this stage here. If you stop here, so why did he mention that which temperature equilibrates at 100 degrees C? Abdullah, are you here? CR section B.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then tell me, what does this term mean, which equilibrates at 100 degrees C? What does he want to say?
I don't know.
Are you sleeping?
No, sir. No.
Okay, then why you don't know? Boy, look here. I told you that this boiling water is at 100 degrees C. So when you place it here, 25 degrees C stuff in the boiling water, which you are boiling, so heat will start transferring to this piston, and until which temperature it will transfer? When the temperature of both bodies become equal. So it equilibrates, when it reaches to the temperature of the other body, which was boiling water. Due to this reason, he mentioned that temperature reaches to the 100 degrees C. Okay. So next, the piston is then released in the next stage. This was the first stage in which they heated it up from 25 to 100 and keeping the position of the same. And during this, 2 kilocalorie heat was transferred. In the next stage, what they do, they keep it there still in the boiling water, but the piston is then released. In the next stage, what they did, they just keep it there, but they just move the weight which was placed on the piston. So the piston will start moving up. Why? Because this gas will push it upward. And during this, when it will push, 100 joule of work is done. The gas does 100 joule of work in moving the piston to its new equilibrium position. It was at some position, then it will just jump to the next position. When gas will move. What happened during this? When it is pushed up, the energy of gas molecule will be lost. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
But he says that its temperature still remains 100 degrees C. How is it possible? When some more heat is added from outside. Hello, are you here? Do you anyone?
Yes,
there is
sir.
confusion about this point,
So
let me know. Otherwise,
phase change
no, it is already gas.
100
It is already gas. It is already
100
gas.
के बाद ऊपर जब वो बॉईल कर जाएगा.
No, Tala, look, we have fixed the water of the piston, and inside there is a gas. It is already in the form of gas. No boiling, no phase change will take place. So its temperature, yes, when piston moves up, you know definitely how it will move up. when the gas molecule are transferring their energy to the piston. So I said again,
Yes,
in order to bring
bilkul.
its energy, okay, just I'm telling just for others. So in order to bring its energy again to the 100 degree C level, so in that case you have to add heat from outside. This is the point here. Okay, now what he asks us, write the energy balance equation for each of two stages of this process. Two stages mean initial stage when you raise temperature from 25 to 100, and then next stage when you do the work and keep the temperature at same level. In solving this problem, consider the gas in cylinder to be the system. Gas in the cylinder, this is our system inside. And neglect the change in potential energy of the gas as piston moves vertically. So why did he say this? You know that initially, suppose this is the gas height, gas molecule, they are covering this height. Later on, when it moves upward, height will increase, or length which is available to them will increase. So during this, maybe you can consider this is height 1, this is height 2, and there is some change in the amount of potential energy. But he said just ignore that one, that is negligible. Okay, and assume the gas behaves ideally. So specifically, he has mentioned this word actually later on when we solve it in the second part. When piston moves, this line will help us to ignore the change in internal energy. So I will just come back to this point at that time, that when there is an ideal gas, actually, okay, let me tell you here, in ideal gas, internal energy only depends on temperature. So whenever there is normal, you are dealing with the gas, their internal energy is dependent on two parameters, volume as well as temperature. So but here, because this is the ideal gas case, so in this case only change in if there is a change in temperature, then there will be change in internal energy, otherwise it will be ignorable. So in this case we can say that overall potential and internal energy did not change. Express all energies in joules. He asks us to report answer in the joules. So look here. By the way, can you guys solve it quickly, or I should explain it? Let me go through this because already it's like more than 1 hour we have consumed. So stage 1, I divided it into two stages. In the stage 1 he said there is a piston, cylinder at 25 degrees C, and I said I add the heat of 2 kilocalories. I just didn't mention here the arrow, so it is added, and you keep it in the same position of the piston, but temperature rises to 100 degrees C. So first of all, either it is closed system or open system. Hey, hello, anyone?
Or
Closed system.
Is it closed system? How?
फिर मटेरियल तो मूव नहीं हो रहा।
सही वही बात नहीं है कि जो मैंने पहले कही थी कि अगर वो कंडक्टर होगा तो हीट ऐड हो जाएगी।
नो ये कंडक्टर ही है, चला, ये कंडक्टर है।
बेशक हम लोग हीट करते रहे।
नहीं ना, ये कंडक्टर है ना बच्चे, उसने खुद क्वेश्चन में मेंशन कर दिया टेम्परेचर रेज हो रहा है। तो टेम्परेचर कब रेज होगा? जब आपका कंडक्टर होगा।
कंडक्टर है तो हमने हीट ऐड किया, तो हीट ऐड
heat add हुई है, good. But I am talking not about the heat at the moment. I was asking the student about either it is closed or open system, because I'm gonna use the closed system equation because it is closed, no material transfer, no material exchange. So this is our equation we just studied few minutes back, that for energy balance system this will be your equation. Now first of all, either, for example, if you don't know either it is steady state or unsteady state, so it is better to write complete equation and then ignore the terminologies which you can ignore, because most of the time maybe when you read the question you don't know either it is closed system, steady state or unsteady state. So this is definitely obvious from here, because that internal energy will change. Temperature has, temperatures of this system was raised from 25 to 100 degrees C. So it is unsteady state, I know, but if you don't know, at least you should write the complete equation. So this is complete equation. Delta E is equal to Q plus W, and delta E involves three terms, that is change in internal energy, kinetic or potential energy of the system content, or here system content or gas. So is there in the first stage, when you look at this first stage, when temperature was raised from 25 to 100 degrees C, was there any change in kinetic energy? Because one thing, remember guys, in these systems when you are dealing with these, if there is any change in velocity or like that, so that's the change in like its kinetic energy, because you studied already that it is with respect to something, or mean like when there is something is movement and its velocity is changing or like that. So mean here no change in kinetic energy. Is there any change in its position? No, although I made it a bit lower, but here it is at the same position. There is no change in potential energy. Heat, definitely we are adding it. What about Q? Sorry, work. Is there any work done here in the first stage, are done by the system or surrounding? I think no, because that's the next stage in which work is done. So you can ignore W as well as change in kinetic and potential energy in these systems. So what is left is delta U. Why I didn't ignore this delta U, by the way? Because look, as I said, there is a change in temperature, and I already told you last time that internal energy accommodates all the energies except kinetic and potential energy. So when there is a change in temperature,
internal energy.
Yes, energy is being stored, and that is in the form of internal energy. Good. So it is delta U is equal to Q is your just simplified equation. And he asks you to find unknown in this equation. So unknown is here, change in internal energy. So we know Q already, 2 kilocalories. That is the answer directly. But what I did here, I make some conversions like from kilocalories to calories and then calories to joule. And the reason is because he asked us to report the answer in joule. So overall, in the first stage, there will be increase in or change in internal energy of the system contents, which are like gas molecules, and that will be equal to the amount of heat absorbed from outside. Based on this equation, this will be calculated. And for other stage, which is the second stage, here like in this stage, what happened? Do you remember what he told us that in second stage? In the question, what was told?
Sir, work done हुआ है.
Yeah, work is done by the system or on the system?
Sir, by the system.
Yes, work is done by the system, so it is like 100 joule with negative sign. Due to this, I wrote that because gas has moved this piston away from its initial position. So work done by the system. So here you can write here delta U, delta K, again same equation, because he asked us to write equation for both stages. Okay, mean there is no change in kinetic energy of these constant contents of the system. There is no change in potential energy, although it was because height changed with respect to the initial position, but he asked us to ignore it. So that's not big change, you will just ignore it as well. Will there be any change in internal energy?
The temperature same
No.
है तो नहीं होगी.
Yes, because temperature remains same, guys. One thing here, as I told you, that internal energy depends on two terms, volume as well as temperature normally, but in ideal gas cases it only depends on temperature, because if you look at the volume of cylinder, that has changed as compared to the previous initial condition. But because due to this reason, he mentioned that specific line that this behaves ideally. So when it is behaving ideally overall in all this system, so only internal energy will be only dependent on the temperature, and because there is no change in temperature, so it means there is no change in internal energy. So now because of this, I was talking about this stage, that in order to do this work, then definitely we will need heat, and that heat will be transferred from outside. So during this stage, the second stage, when you are moving up the piston, in order to accommodate that thing, to accommodate the amount of work, you will need more heat, because you are not even changing the heat content of the system molecule, which are the gas molecules. So from where that then energy will be provided, it will be provided in the form of heat, which will be absorbed from outside, because this is already in the boiling water. So in order to do this work, that energy will be transferred. So here you will just main ignore these three terms of the equation, and it is left over is only Q plus W, that is equal to 0. So we are looking, we know W already, we know that 100 joule work was done. So in order to that do this 100 joule work, in order to do that, what is value of Q is, it will be like, we will put here in the equation Q plus W is equal to 0. And why I put here negative? Because this is work done by the system. so it is minus 100 joule, and Q amount of heat added will be 100 joule to the system. Clear? Any question?
यस सर। सर जब हम टेम्परेचर किसी सब्सटेंस का इंक्रीज करते तो उसकी काइनेटिक जो एनर्जी भी तो इंक्रीज होती है सर, वो क्यों यहाँ पे इंक्रीज नहीं उसका चेंज?
वो बच्चे इस वजह से हो रहा है, मैं असल में बताया था जब जी हमने सिस्टम शुरू किए थे ना लास्ट टाइम, तो आपको बताया था कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी आप तब चूज कर रहे होगे, बहुत सारे आगे क्वेश्चन कुछ हम सॉल्व करेंगे जिसमें ना हमारी जब वेलोसिटी चेंज होती है, देन वी कंसीडर हियर द इन दीज सिस्टम व्हेन विच वी आर डीलिंग हियर। एक्चुअली उन सिस्टम में जब भी वेलोसिटी चेंज हो रही होगी तो वो हम कंसिडर कर रहे होंगे, और वो ओपन सिस्टम्स के अंदर हम डील करेंगे उसको। यहाँ पे जब भी कोई चेंज आ रहा होगा, दैट विल बी अकोमोडेटेड इन क्लोज सिस्टम, दैट विल बी अकोमोडेटेड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरनल एनर्जी, because internal energy is something which is dependent on volume and temperature. So when temperature is changing, we are accommodating that already in the form of internal energy.
यस सर, ओके सर। उसके अलावा एक और है कि सर जब हम हीट उसमें ऐड की है, आप देखिए 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे आपकी गैस और आपने 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे ले लिया वाटर, और ये तब तक इनमें हीट ट्रांसफ़र होगा जब इसके दरमियान में कोई टेम्परेचर पे ये इन दोनों का टेम्परेचर सेम नहीं हो जाता। तो सर जो हमारा वाटर होगा उसका टेम्परेचर तो 100 से ऊपर होगा ना, बिकॉज तब ये 100 पे जाके स्टॉप होंगे।
डेफिनेटली उसमें ना आप वाटर को हीट अप कर रहे होगे ना साथ साथ, वी हैव समथिंग ही सेड बॉइलिंग वाटर, सो दैट यू आर ऑलरेडी एडिंग द हीट, दैट विल बी नॉट अबव 100 एक्चुअली। बॉइलिंग वाटर यू नो दैट इज एट 100 डिग्री C. Yes, one thing, yes, your point is good, like for example maybe you know the atmospheric pressure, and at the moment I said it is 1 atm, so if it is at 1 atm, so then temperature will be 100, and we have to keep it at a boiling. It will you will be adding heat in that water from some out source, maybe you will be burning some fuel or like that in order to maintain its temperature. So he didn't mention something like boiling water was initially at boiling temperature, and then otherwise जैसे आप केस बता रहे हो ना, जैसे हम कप ऑफ टी को हीट करके रखते हैं तो उसके बाद तो उसमें हीट लास्ट होती रहती है ना, हम उसको साथ साथ तो हीट नहीं कर रहे होते। यस, अगर हम कुछ ऐसा मैकेनिज्म बना दें कि वी कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप ऑन एडिंग द हीट टू द कप एज वेल एज इट इज लास्ट एट द सेम टाइम, तो यहाँ पे ऐसा सिस्टम है कि उस वाटर को आप बॉयल कर रहे होगे साथ साथ, ताकि हीट जो वो लास्ट कर रहा है सिलेंडर को दे रहा है वो अकोमोडेट होती है।
मतलब कि आपने वाटर के टेम्परेचर पे को 100 पे
मेंटेन
मेंटेन
रखना है
करना
जी, यस मेंटेन रखना है।